What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here, and I'm here with my boy Seth, who finally broke the Seth special record.
X1 curse.
He was literally X1 for a long ass time.
It was probably like 10 weeks in a row.
He was a long time.
X1 every time I build a new deck, it's just like X1,
X1. But today, he finally got first place today at our Win a Box.
This is actually the best deck.
This deck
yeah, like,
is
I
spicy.
usually joke about it, but yeah.
This is the real best deck. What is the real best deck? What did you play today?
It's Virtual World Swordsoul.
Jesus Christ, you put 2 meta decks into one.
It's actually insane.
It's actually
so like one
nice.
engine usually carries over the other depending on your hands, but when they conflict and you make the full board, it's insane.
Oh god, alright man, let's just go ahead and jump into this nasty profile right here that I can't believe I'm about to see.
Okay, so I got triple Lulu, this plus Kowloon is full combo, and I've seen it almost every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it mattered.
When it mattered,
yeah,
you need it, yeah.
And then you got triple Kieran.
Well, you know what this means.
This is really good for filling up your graveyard. Like you can dump Qinglong and then you can dump another name. So you dump Yan Yan and then that one will trigger off a level 3. Yeah. So it lets you pop off.
Extender plus extender.
Yeah, you want to see Lulu first, this one second. For
sure. Lily kind of nice.
This one, GG. Kind of hard reading them upside down, but I kind of know them. I'm still learning them. I actually
That's the
played
real
the deck.
name you had to say.
Yeah, I played the deck for the first time today, like in person. So I was actually reading some of the cards as I was playing, but after I started playing it, I started getting it.
Yeah.
So yeah, with GG, this one's fire. At the end phase, you can add back one from grave. So you add back like Lulu or follow up, pretty much. So you always have follow up.
So next turn they had to break your board and then stop from making the next board.
Yeah, and stop us from playing again.
Yeah, which is kind of hard.
Yep. And then we got triple Lao. This one's super good. This one will reborn one from grave, and then this one will trigger Yan Yan too.
Oh god,
yeah.
yes.
So I mean, all the VW names when they play together, they're really good. You play 2 of this. You don't really want to see it, and if you do see it, you can just discard it after you search with Qinglong. So this one gives you recursion.
Yeah.
From
Plus,
grave.
it's a normal summon if you have.
Yes, normal summon to target if you don't have like Kowloon to get to like the cities. And
we
stuff.
never always have Kowloon.
Yeah, you don't always have Kowloon Lulu, but the deck is like you can still play.
Yeah, definitely.
So I got triple Longyang. You play this one at 3 because you want to get to Baron as fast as you can. You set up a Baron before you even do any of your VW plays. Ash does nothing, Nin does nothing. So that's kind of why it's there.
And free burn damage? Let's go.
Oh yeah, literally like in time. It may come up, it may not, but if it does, you're just like
1200,
bro. So.
Good luck.
I got double Moye and then double Taye. These ones, I always side one of each of the Sword Souls going second because you're not going to normal summon, especially when Eldritch is a deck I play in the final round, you're not going to normal summon one of those cards and then play through the back row. Like, it's not going to trade for what you want. You're going to get Strike or Judgment. So you got to, and Tigaboo is a card. So they flip Tigaboo after you summon a token. It's just, you're not playing Sword Soul.
You're pretty much screwed at that point.
To get through Tigaboo and all those other floodgates that are out like Skill Drain, you have to specifically play VW first.
Yeah.
So you have to get the Chuchi to pop. Chuchi traded with floodgates all day. Like that card by itself, that's why Mystic Mine isn't a problem with this deck. Like
you don't
these
even
cards
care.
you worry about with every other deck, not with this deck. And that's why I like it so much.
Chuche, nice.
This card, every time I needed to see this card, I seen it.
You can do that in the final scene.
Yeah, I think I'm playing 45 or 46. The math behind it is like you want to see different variations of hands and not the same cards.
Yeah.
So that's why I play it. Whenever I needed to see Ash, I did see it like on Sanguine and just like at Extravagance and Desires and stuff like that. Obviously Desires not because it's 1. But Extravagance is at 3, so we're not letting that draw 2 go through.
Yeah.
Triple Imperm. This is honestly just like the only hand traps. This deck is pretty much like all gas. You want to play through their board with like the monsters and cards you have in your hand.
Yeah.
So Imperm and Ash is just to slow them down. And then you have a built-in archetype. I'll show you the Kowloon. This one sets up a gate, so you can set up like Chuchi or Qinglong. Primarily all day going second, you use this to set up a Qinglong and then you negate. So you banish your Kowloon to summon it and then you banish the Kowloon to negate.
Yeah, you did that with your Brave dude on the board.
To be earnest, game 1 and 2, I started with this card, went to Qinglong, and then negated the Griffin. So he's forced to use it, otherwise he's just gonna sit there negated.
Yeah, it'll be dead.
Yeah, and then by that time, so he negates and destroys the Qinglong, and then you search with it.
Yeah. So basically, it's the biggest bait. But like, if you don't do it,
But if you don't do it, it's exactly.
You're fucked either way.
Triple Qinglong.
That card nice.
Triple Emergence. I've seen this card almost too much today, but it actually doesn't really matter because it's actually kind of nice to see in your hand in multiples sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you add Longyang and then you can just discard the other one to summon Big Baron.
Shoot that Swordsoul card.
Yep. 2 E-Telly. I was thinking about having this at 3 just because you can, but I'm also not running a whole lot of targets. Like, I'm not running Ogre. I thought about running it because it's super good against like the Brave token stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, I felt like Ash and Imperm were enough so that I could play after that. So.
True that.
2 talents. These ones, it came up once today. Somebody ashed like my Lulu or something, but I had a lot of VW names to play, and so I just ripped a card out of their hand. And it was their only other interruption, so then you just get to play.
Yeah, made a big board, made him good luck.
one Desires, one Call by the Grave.
That makes me
Call
so
by the
sad.
Grave came up once against DPE, which is super nice.
Yeah.
You're just like, get that out of here. And then Desires, I think I resolved. I actually didn't resolve it. I activated it, and he was on my utent or whatever, and he negated it with the Beast or something. I was just like, I didn't read that card. I don't read cards sometimes. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! But
hey, we don't read. Like, we don't want to read all those long cards.
2 Chuchi. This card is super broken. This is like one of the reasons I like playing this version.
Thanks.
And then John Woo. This card's actually kind of funny. It came at 1/6.
Card.
It like you can. It's not a battle fader, but you get to like flip a monster into defense. So if they're trying to summon a Zeus, and that's their only way to out your entire board. You just flip their monster to defense, and they're just kind of like, what do I do now? And it's just like you ain't making Zeus. That's for sure.
That's a few hard.
And last card, Blackout. There's a lot of trap decks in the meta right now, like obviously Eldritch and all that kind of stuff. So Blackout is extremely important to still play, I think.
Yeah.
And at the worst case scenario, you can discard it, and then you can banish it and summon a token. And if you tie banish this, you're guaranteed a token. Even if they impermanent, because it's summoning another token.
Yeah, that's true.
So it does come up.
So is it, you said 45, 46, something like that?
45, 46. You can count it, but I'm pretty sure it's 46.
Yeah, 46.
I'm pretty sure it's 46.
It's a big deck. I can
No,
tell.
it's
There's
a
a lot of
thing.
engines.
It's 2 engines plus a little bit of hand trap. So like,
yeah, it's
but
hard
I
to
like
get
the math and it checks out on it. So.
I like it. I like it. Not to mention these Swordsoul tokens are fucking
Yeah, these are custom. You get like CR ultis. They're super clean. If you guys want some, I have the link. I can link it on the YouTube and stuff. I'll get it to Johnny.
You already know. Yeah,
the dude's really dope. And it's super cheap. It's only like 26, 30 bucks or something like that.
Yeah, but you will always summon this because we'll never get these tokens before Konami prints them. It'll be done by the time we get it.
And when they do, it'll be like a super.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Because we're already missing some tokens as it. Like, where's our Brave token? We're not going to get it.
There we go.
It's going to be too late.
They just like to toy with us.
Yeah.
It's Konami.
They give us a reptile token.
It's Koma. So I got Shinshin, Vermilion, Juju. Obviously Shinshin in itself is super broken. A lot of people are on like prank kids, and when you make this and they don't have an out for Shinshin, their prank kid combo is just dead in its tracks, so it's super funny.
Bro,
and it just holds out a lot.
This Grandmaster
this put in work against
God.
Eldritch too, because I just kept, I think he didn't have ways to sanguine, or no, I ashed it.
Oh yeah.
So he had Conk and Honquero to try and get those sanguine, but I had Shinshin holding it, and I would just cheat pop. So they vanished.
Yeah, he was screwed.
Charge Warrior, Coral, Zolkin. We're always drawing a card, and we're always popping a card and then drawing a card.
Oh yeah.
And then this summons Crystal Wing, so like, why would you not play it?
Zolkin nice.
And we got Yazi and Baxia. I wasn't playing enough level 8s when I was testing the deck, and this was the first time I played IRL was today. But I had noticed I would always make Shishao, and then I wouldn't have like another level 8 to make.
One more.
So this going second is broken, especially with Taiye. You get to shovel 2 cards into the deck. It's like Unicorn on steroids.
It is.
And then you can pop itself and summon another worm. So if you have Yugioh or something, you just start popping all sorts of stuff again.
Hell yeah.
Yazi is broken too. Can be targeted. So it's a free. I'm gonna pop one of your cards, trade with your back row, and then you summon a worm off that too. So like these cards are just broken. Shishao, Baron, Qingying. This card helps you win against Eldritch. Can't be destroyed. And when they banish at end phase, you banish the card that they just set and a Golden Lord in the grave.
And they get burned.
Yes.
On top of that,
summon it, you burn for 12.
on top of all that, they get
Baron,
burned.
this card is broken. You usually get to pop a card, and it's not negate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only get to negate once, but you can literally shuffle it, make another one, and then you just get to negate again.
I was just thinking like your sickest boards is like Baron, Shishao, and Shen.
I only made the craziest inboard
like
once today.
This. That's nuts. Like I'd be so
Yeah, so
scared.
it was. I think the inboard was Crystal Wing, Shinshin, Shishao, Baron, Blackout, Chuchi.
Oh, you were never losing
With
that.
Ash in hand.
You're never losing.
Yeah, so I was playing against Flunder. Like, it probably wasn't correct to make Shinshin, but I was just like, I have enough card resources to do it, and then I had GG add back at the effect too.
If you think about it, it's just an extender later if he kills it.
I was just thinking in terms of like, if he outs the board somehow, and he gets that to grave, I can just summon it back out and start dealing damage.
Yeah.
So,
It would have been hard though making that behind the board with Chuche.
The 3 broken XZs. This card's actually funny. I made this and added back, or I tried to add back Lancia. And they had to strike it because I think I was playing against a Mighty 10 player, and they banished all the time. So I was trying to get Lancia access back off of me to just recycle it again.
Trying to get it back.
Yeah. Utopia didn't come up today, but it is super broken in testing. Like you just make the whole board 0, and then you
kill them.
Yeah, you kill them.
You kill them.
And then Zeus. I was thinking about running like the Gaia to have like 2 wipes, but honestly, I didn't summon Zeus once today.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna keep it in just because, like, if it does come to that,
all your negates.
it's just utility at that point.
Yeah. You never know when you need Zeus. Zeus is nice. Dude, that extra deck is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm literally scared of every monster you showed. Like, I lose to every one of them.
Yeah, this deck, honestly, like, I always play, like, Dragon and just pure Swordsoul, but, like, this deck is just super fun to play.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, the utility you have with all the different cards. There's so many combo lines and ways to play through boards. I think that's why it's so much fun to play.
Yeah, and it's good, apparently. Shoo!
Triple Nib. this card isn't as good with the Brave Token stuff being out, but it also, I like to run cards just so I can trade with the Griffin. Because as long as like my Kowloon and my other stuff are going through my hand effects, then I really don't care about getting this nib out of my hand. So
that means you can play.
Lancia, if you have played against Phantom Knight yet, you need this card. Bro, like you need this card. They have so many extenders in grave. If you drop this after they summon like normal summon, and they have all kinds of like follow up, you Lancia them, and you're probably in a way better spot than if you don't Lancia them. They're gonna kill you.
That's straight.
Literally. Dark Ruler. I know that Scythe's in the format, but honestly,
this is for more like mirror matches.
This is this is for more like those decks where you're just like, man, I don't think I can break their board without this card. This deck doesn't really play with Droplet too well. I've seen a couple of people running Droplet in lists like this,
yeah, you don't.
And I was just like, you want to keep all the cards in hand to play. Like if you don't, like you can't discard off Yugioh, you can't use your VW hand effects and stuff. Like,
yeah, both Swordsoul
it's kind of hard to play.
Don't play Droplets in general.
Exactly.
So it's like hard to play.
And also Shinshin's a card, so you can't. You have to Droplet cards from your hand. It's just like
yeah. You got Imperm though, so it's okay. You got chances.
Triple Lightning Storm because skill drain. Last round I played against Eldritch. I didn't see this card,
unluckily.
But also game 2 I was not playing through a Solemn Judgment and a Strike. So and I'm pretty sure you had Tikaboo. I'm pretty sure. So like you're not playing through that.
Yeah, it's too much.
Double Evenly and Red Reboot. Honestly, the only thing I would think about siding differently is possibly more back row removal, or maybe just putting back row removal into the main. Because like you kind of just auto lose if you don't see like more VW than Swordsoul going into back row.
Yeah.
So the VW trade's a lot better.
Yeah.
But honestly, like this is probably enough. Like in 46, you're bound to see at least one of these. So
odds are pretty good. Yep. I like it. All right, Seth. Shoutouts. I know you got some.
Shout out to Josh and Danny for helping me get reps with the deck.
The VW god.
I would not be able to play VW at all without them, and I still don't know how to play VW. So yeah.
He's learning though, Josh. Huh?
I'm trying.
He's learning. He's not on your level, but he's learning.
Shout out to Rated D for being handsome.
Rated D's kind of nice. TCG player link. Check it out.
And then just shout out to all the homies.
Yes,
Testing
sir.
And shit, and then Rick for hosting the locals.
Hell yeah, thanks, Rick. I'm zooming into your face, Rick. Thanks, Rick. He doesn't know, but I zoomed into his face.
Is Scott here?
Yeah, Scotty's here. He's right.
Where's he at?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, did he walk?
He's here. I was gonna say Poyo, but
Poyo.
he's not here.
You can still say Poyo.
Yep.
Poyo. All right, man. Congratulations on getting beating the Seth special, my friend. You finally did it. XO, you already know. We're gonna see more of you. I already know.
Yes,
Take
sir.
it easy, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.